Hi guys, my name is Pratik Joshi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is a very special episode because we are going to be talking about finances and investments. And for that, we are here at InvestMan and we are going to be talking with its founder Adhiraj Mopkar. So, let's get started. Welcome Adhiraj, thank you so much for doing this video. So, let me directly start by going to the question of finance related. So, let's say someone who has just started earning and who has maybe a salary of 30,000. So what would be your advice to him in terms of financial planning?
So now let's assume this guy saves around 20,000 out of the 30,000 he has. So he has to divide his finances into three parts. One is the wealth creation segment, which we call it. Second is wealth preservation segment, and third is risk management. So under wealth creation, basically he can invest around 30 to 40% because he's a youngster. He has to invest towards his long-term wealth creation, right? So around 30 to 40% of his savings, that is around 6 to 8,000. He can invest via SIPs. SIPs is systematic investment plan. So basically you invest on a monthly basis in mutual funds. And that has performed really well in the past. People have got returns of more than 10-12% consistently in the long run. In the short term, there are market fluctuations. So this money is basically for long term. That is the wealth creation segment. The second part is wealth preservation, where he has to think about preserving his corpus. So he has to have an emergency fund in place. So around 2-3 months of his monthly salary has to be his emergency corpus, and that has to go in FDs. So he can save it across the period of time and put it in an FD.
Like maybe, for example, he wants to maybe leave his job and do something else.
Correct. So he can use it for, say, any hospitalization of his family member or job loss. Thirdly is whatever corpus he needs in the next 1 to 3 years. In the next 1 to 3 years has to be parked in conservative FDs, RDs, debt mutual funds. There are mutual funds which invest only on the conservative side. So 1 to 3 years money, 1 to 3 years money you can't invest for towards risky investments. You can't park that money in shares, equity mutual fund. It has to be in FDs, in conservative instruments. Now we have talked about the first two parts, wealth creation and preservation. The third part is risk management. So for risk management, he can take up a health insurance. It's a must in today's time. Health expenses are at sky highs, all-time highs, and they are just going to increase. So that is why he can take a health insurance of, say, around 5 lakhs. For his income, 5 lakhs would be something he can reasonably pay the premium
and per month it would be?
So premium would be around 500 to 400 to 500 rupees a month. That's it.
So to sum up, there are basically 3 categories. So in terms of wealth generation, you go to mutual funds and shares. When it comes to a risk management portfolio, so in that you can have something like the FDs.
No, under wealth preservation you can have FDs. And under risk management you can have a health insurance, term insurance.
Great. So my next question is, basically everyone is out there to earn money. So now when it comes to money, only few people know how to properly park it or how to properly invest it, because financial education is not something that all of us have access to because of our school or whatever, and there are only few mediums like YouTube, or if there's someone in your family who is into finances, they can guide you on it. So if you had to recommend a starting point where someone who has no knowledge of investment or financial education, he can start with that one question, what would that question be?
So see, I'll tell you my story. I was working in Colgate-Palmolive in operations. I am a mechanical engineer. My dad told me to start SIPs. That is the time when I started researching about markets, and that's how I started, and I entered this field. I am advising people now. So everybody can do it. It's not difficult. Everything is on YouTube. It's not rocket science. You just need to put in time. If you don't have time, then it's a problem, because you finally have to put in time for such things, because Indian students today know to solve complicated maths problems. But sadly, they don't know the difference between credit and a debit card. They don't know how to manage their money. And these are kids in the age 20 to 30. And these things are important in life, because it's got, basically you're going to manage so much of money, so much of your own money. So now that we don't have a choice, the best resource is YouTube. So you can go there. There are so many videos, good videos on personal finance. Just type in how to achieve financial freedom, how to manage your money. You will find brilliant videos. I'll also send you a link which you can send to your viewers.
Sure. So guys, the links of all these videos that Adhiraj is mentioning is in the description below, so do check it out. Only thing you will have to invest is your time. So you will not get answers to all these questions in 5 minutes or 2 minutes, unfortunately. You will have to allocate certain amount of time, but with due amount of time you will definitely get that knowledge. So now in terms of your firm, since you are a financial consultant, what services do you offer to someone maybe that has no knowledge about the financial world, and also what role do you serve in here?
So Pratik, we are an intermediary in the personal finance space.
Right.
So what I mean is we provide comprehensive financial services in the personal finance domain.
Okay.
So we do it through mutual funds, health insurance, term insurance.
Right.
And what we do is we play a lot of emphasis on the onboarding process of the client.
Right.
So when a client walks into our office,
right,
we spend at least an hour with him, because it's very important that the expectations are set right.
Right. You need to understand his needs.
Yeah, because there sometimes there can be a client who says double my money in. He has an expectation of doubling his money, but that is not we are into. We are into sustainable wealth creation.
Right.
We are not into taking huge amount of risk and just to double clients' money.
Right.
We are not in that game. Secondly, understanding clients' risk attitude becomes very important in this case.
Exactly.
Correct, because every client will react to risk differently.
Absolutely
so you would be different than your brother. Your dad would be different than you.
Correct.
So everybody reacts to risk differently.
Right.
So we do it through a questionnaire. Right. So we try to understand how the client will risk if certain scenario happens in the market.
Right, because if I'm not wrong, you will have people coming in who will say, I don't want to lose my money. This is what I've accumulated.
Yeah, there are
right.
people. What we also do is we try to communicate to the client a lot of personal finance concepts. Like for example, markets going down in the short run is the best thing that can happen to us young investors, because our money has to get invested, right?
Correct.
If the prices drop, there is a discount in the market, so you're going to get more shares, more units of the mutual fund.
Right. Basically, buy or invest in the market when it is going down.
Correct. So what we tell client is have a fixed monthly investment.
Yes.
So you can't time the market exactly.
Right.
You have to invest. Say you're investing 10,000 every month. Keep on investing 10,000 every month, even if the markets go higher or lower. But when markets go lower, invest a slightly higher amount.
Right. A bit more.
So say you're buying gold, you're going to a goldsmith and buying gold every week. 1 week gold drops down by 30%. You'll go and spend more, right? And you'll get more grams of gold.
True.
Same with shopping. When there's a discount, we buy more.
Correct.
Same you need to do with your investments via SIPs, mutual funds.
Okay.
Is invest more when things go down.
So now talking in terms of your clientele, how big is it?
Yeah, so basically we manage around 250 plus families all across the country, and we have assets of more than 25 crores. That's what we call AUM, asset under management.
So in a span of 5 years from founding your company till today, you have managed around 25 crores.
Yeah, and the first 2 years were while I was in MBA. So I was doing my MBA from Goa and Stock Management.
Right.
I had started the business then in 2017.
Right. Understood, yeah.
And next, after 2019, I passed out from GIM, and next 3 years, we have grown to 25 crores.
Great. Yeah. Okay, so to wrap all of this up, my final question is, if there is a person in his 20s, what would be your advice to him?
Pratik, there's a formula. And here you can see that time plays a major factor. In the amount of money you will have in the future, time is the critical, it's in the exponent, right?
Yes.
So the more you keep your money invested for, the longer you keep your money invested, more the money you make. Correct? And also in the formula you can see the return in the formula. So that's your education. This education, what I'm talking about, is financial education. You need to make yourself aware about where your money should go.
Yes.
How much should go into stock market and what stocks? How much should go into mutual fund? What mutual fund? Your return will be driven by the education you basically financial education which you basically have to do.
Yes, right. So along with time you will get that much knowledge with the financial education that you are obviously
that will drive your return.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
With return and with the appropriate time, you will be financially free maybe by the age of 60.
It all depends on how you need to have you need to decide an amount and save very disciplined.
Right.
You shouldn't stop that amount. You have to contribute on a monthly basis that amount.
Right.
Warren Buffett started his investment at the age of 11.
So since you mentioned Warren Buffett, I think I read it somewhere that till regrets the shares that he sold being a kid because of the quick profit he was getting.
So it's all a process. You learn from your mistakes. You have to do mistakes.
Right.
You have to. That's when you learn.
True. So guys, so that was it in terms of this video. If you have any questions regarding your finances, where you want to invest money or what, you can visit the InvestMan website, which is there in the description below. Definitely give a call to Adhiraj and he will definitely try to solve all your queries in terms of your finances and your investments. So thank you so much, Adhiraj, for doing this.
Thank you so much.
Part of the video. My pleasure. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. I'll be seeing you for the next episode. So until then, be happy, stay safe, take care of yourself.